Hi everybody! In this next video I'd like to talk a little bit about how you can organize and develop body paragraphs for essay number 2. These body paragraphs might be a little more confusing to write compared to your literary analysis paper, since you're working with an argument about plagiarism and you're integrating evidence possibly from two different sources in one paragraph. On Canvas, if you look at the quizzes that are available for today's class period on the syllabus section, there's a quiz on organizing and developing body paragraphs for essay number 2. On that quiz, there's a handout that I'd like you to download before you listen to this video. And the handout, it looks something like this. It's another color-coordinated handout, but you see that it's called Organizing and Developing Body Paragraphs for a Researched Essay. In it, I actually list 8 steps that you can follow in a body paragraph, and if you follow these steps, you're kind of guaranteed to have a really nicely developed essay. And what I did is I color-coordinated each of the steps, and then I have a sample body paragraph right below it. And the steps that are color coordinated at the top, they correspond to the matching sentences below. So for example, step number 1 says to state your topic sentence, and it's in black. You'll see in my paragraph, my first sentence is the topic sentence, and it is in black. So what I'd like to do is talk about these 8 steps that you might follow, and then I'd like to read the paragraph out loud so you can see how you might develop these paragraphs fully and very smoothly. So first thing to note is that there's not only one way to organize and develop a body paragraph for a research essay. It just happens to be that this is a very effective way. So not all of your paragraphs might look like this, but if they did look like this, you know that you'd be in good shape for your body paragraphs. So one pattern for composing a paragraph with research-based evidence follows these 8 steps. Number 1, you state your topic sentence. And obviously, if it's the second or third body paragraph, it will include a transition at the top. So you state your topic sentence. Then immediately after that sentence, you usually want to try to say something about your topic. So you might respond to the topic sentence in some way. After you have done this, you've stated your topic sentence, you've said something about the topic, then you want to begin introducing the text that you're going to be citing from, or the author you're going to be citing from. Think of it this way. Since you'll be citing from Rebecca Moore Howard, it might be helpful to briefly mention that she's a widely known composition scholar. Right? So if you introduce your author and maybe the text that you're citing from, what it will do is establish your own credibility because it shows that you are citing somebody who is credible. So first step, you are going to state your topic sentence. Second, you'll say something about that topic sentence. Then you're ready to introduce me to the source and author that you're citing from. After you have introduced me to your source and author, you can then cite the evidence that supports your topic sentence. Remember that for project number 2, I'm asking you to paraphrase the evidence. So at this point, if you want to integrate a quote, you can, but note that by the time you finish this paper, you want to put that quote completely in your own words, right? You want to paraphrase the idea. So you'll have your topic sentence, you'll say something about the topic sentence, you'll introduce the author and the source, then you'll cite your first piece of evidence. After you cite your first piece of evidence, you need to then talk about the evidence. Engage with the evidence. Tell me, explain to me how it supports your thesis statement, right? After that, if there's another piece of relevant evidence that connects to this topic, cite the next piece of evidence, and of course, after that, make sure that you talk about that evidence. Explain how it relates to your thesis statement. After you have finished engaging with all of the evidence, really clarifying how it supports and advances the thesis statement, you want to provide one more sentence that we call the wrap-up sentence. The wrap-up sentence should tie everything together again, and it will probably sound a little bit like the topic sentence. You can think about the topic sentence and the wrap-up sentence as sort of like hamburger buns, right? You need to make sure that the paragraph feels like it's contained in a whole. So if you follow these 8 steps, right, give your topic sentence, say something about the topic, introduce your author and the source, cite your evidence, explain your evidence, cite your evidence, explain your evidence, and then provide your wrap-up sentence, you should be in really good shape. I